Minions are spawning.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Kio. I'm a veteran Paragon player and content creator for Predecessor. And what I have for you guys today is another match review. This time we're doing a Serath jungle, and the Serath hit me up, posted in my Discord saying that they were kind of new to Serath. So I checked out their Ometa city, and they're fairly new. This game they've had about 14 games playing on Serath, but their primarily role is Chimera jungle. So they're not new to jungle. They're just kind of new to Serath. I'm excited to see what a new Serath player kind of does and their tactics. But overall, they're going to have a good concept of the jungle because they are a jungle main. This is a 1200 MMR player, so they're on the upside of understanding their role and concepts of things. But let's hop right into it, and let's review this jungle Serath, shall we? So the first thing I noticed, you did go to the blue side and you place a ward on the blue camp. That's phenomenal. I like that. I like seeing it because it definitely helps out with the blue invades that are very, very, very common, especially in higher elos. You took a back, which I will have to test myself, right? I don't think it necessarily matters to take a back in order to get to your red camp. It might be faster, but I would have to test it. But at the same time, if you leave at a specific time, if you leave around the 17 to 20 second left before spawn comes up, you'll have enough time to get to your red camp before it spawns. So I don't know if necessarily taking a back there is a necessity. I mean, it doesn't hurt. It's not like anything's going to happen if you do, but I mean, you could just run to red side.
Tower under attack.
Talking about your kit a little bit while you're jungling here, you picked up the rogue crest, which is great. You picked up a bow instead of a short sword. I think I would have rather if you picked up a short sword here. The bow does add attack speed, of course, but having the short sword will increase your power, and doing so will help you clear these minions a little bit faster. I know that seems counterproductive, saying that, you know, attack speed doesn't clear faster, but a little bit more power would help you clear the camps a little bit faster without taking as much damage. I didn't like what you just did here. You crossed through middle lane in view of the Argus, which means the entire team had vision on you. That's not a really good concept here, especially early game. I know I always preach to show presence in lane to show that you're there and get the enemy to back off. But the issue with what you did here is that you're just crossing lanes, and it's obvious that you're just going from right side to left side, and now the entire team knows that you're in left side jungle. Now that Crunch knows that he can be way more aggressive without no fear of any kind of gank. Left side, theoretically, you know, it looks like if they were paying to the map, which it looks like they did because they placed an orange ward on their on the strong side for the fog wall, meaning that they know your left side and they're just kind of keeping an eye out for you there. So they're being aggressive, but also being safe at the same time. You obviously don't see that ward there, but we do as the viewers. But see, now right side can be more aggressive because he saw you go on left side of the map. So for those of you watching, if you didn't know, as a jungler, if you clear your entire camp, if you clear your red buff, your 2 white camps on the right, clear your blue buff, and your 2 white camps on the left, it'll get you level 4 and some change into level 5. You'll get level 4 on level, and then you can take your first back and buy 2 more items with the amount of gold that you get.
An enemy has fallen.
So there's an invade going on here. I don't know you didn't hear the Richter, I guess. You're letting him invade you. I don't know why you're doing that. My best guess is you didn't hear him invade. That's not good. Pretend this is like an old school Call of Duty. No, don't flash for that. Don't flash for that. Bad flash. Okay. You got the kill. I'm very surprised. But yeah. What I think would have been a better flash if you wanted to tower dive that flash would be at like see the flash coming, kind of had the foresight knowing that the flash is coming and then instantly flash as soon as they flash. You were a little bit delayed, which puts you slightly behind them, which is why you had to dive in order to catch up. But if you were right on top of them, flashed as soon as they flashed, because you know that they're going to do it to try to survive, right? You could have flashed and then instantly killed them with like 1 or 2 autos. But back to the Richter stealing your jungle. Maybe you don't have your audio turned up as much as you need to. But see, you're trying to look for your camp here and it's stolen. And I feel like maybe you think it was the Greystone that took it, but it was definitely the Richter. You walked right by it and you would have heard him taking it, which would have been your cue to ping it a few times, get your Greystone involved, and then you attacking the camp and attacking the Richter on your camp. So I mean, I recommend listening more so to the map. Audio cues are huge in this game. You can hear everything has like a specific audio cue. You can hear when people blink, you can hear when people ult, you can hear when people are backing. It's all distinct sounds. So if you listen for these sounds, you'll do a whole lot better. Oh, okay. I don't hate it. Yeah, Argus rotated. I wish I can see pings. Wish I can see exactly what you see in game sometimes, so I can see what happened. Hopefully the Wraith in mid lane ping that Argus was missing. For the Wraith, I would have liked to see the Wraith rotate with the Argus to kind of back up the team here. But I feel like your Wraith might be struggling a little bit in mid lane. I don't hate the ganks. Yeah, I don't hate the ganks. They're all right. They're pretty good.
Fury flows through me.
Allied tower under attack.
Everything seems pretty good so far.
Allied tower under attack.
Yeah, I would take this camp here and then immediately go into right lane. Show presence a little bit.
Killing spree.
I must go back for a brief time.
Okay, you hit your controller or something. your mouse.
I'll be back soon.
So real quick, so Stormbreaker, good first item. I don't particularly like it. I'm kind of getting used to it now. I've tried it again. I've got some good games with Stormbreaker first. I like Sky Splitter first. The damage on like tankier characters with Sky Splitter is better. So in just my opinion, I like it a little bit better. But the power for Stormbreaker and then the clear with Stormbreaker is a whole lot better. You picked up a ward. Obviously, you do place wards down. You place them down at blue camp. after your first back, after your blue camp, to try to help with the first invade. That's good. That's good right here. Oh, this is great. He has nowhere to go. His blink is down. You don't have any backup anymore. Your ult's about to go back down. And the Argus was paying attention, so I'd leave here. The issue is the Wraith definitely, your mid lane Wraith needs to follow that Argus. Ping the crap out of him and follow that Argus into the jungle. Turn that 2v2 back into a 2v2, and that Greystone could also follow you into the jungle. Make it a 3v2. That's not on you. You did the correct thing, but I mean, your team just didn't have your back there. It's unfortunate. You got out safe, of course, but it definitely could have been kills early. But what I was getting at, so after your first back, pick up a sweeper and start clearing wards. Help your team out. Helps you out as well. But you take ward first, so you can ward your blue camp, and then after you get level 4, after you clear your camps one rotation, take your back, pick up a sweeper, and then start clearing wards throughout the jungle. Good kill, good kill. I was a little worried your blink wasn't up yet, but it was. I'm happy about that, and I'm happy you were able to blink for that. Now you know that your blink is on a 5-minute cooldown, and that Crunch's blink is also on a 5-minute cooldown. You blink pretty much at the same time. So essentially, you know now that at 16 minutes and 30 seconds, both your blinks will be back up. So you know until then that Crunch doesn't have a blink. So he's kind of like a sitting duck unless he uses his dash. So you're alone in the jungle. I wouldn't take this fight because the Narbash and Drongo would just peel. But this... Jump up, jump up, jumped up. All right. So for this fight, right? So this team fight here. Let me say this again. This Wraith needs to follow your Argus. That enemy Argus is rotating to both sides so many times, or he's rotated dual lane so many times, and this Wraith is not following them. He needs to follow. He needs to follow this Argus. This Argus is just a menace in the dual lane, and this Wraith isn't helping. Anyway, so for that team fight a second ago, you had a chance there. The Narbash ulting was very obvious, and you're attacking the Narbash. You should have leaped up into the air to dodge the knockup. Instead, you took the knockup, which hurt you. Okay. Okay. So. You're a jungle main, right? So theoretically you should know this. But as a jungle main, or as a jungle player, right, your primary target is not Narbash. That is not your primary target. Your primary target is the squishies, is going to be the ADCs. That Drongo had low mana. The Narbash, I mean, like, he was low health, right? So you have Stormbreaker. For that Narbash to do anything to you, he needs to be up on you, which is taking damage from the Stormbreaker. Focus focus the ADCs.
My tower
They're the ones doing damage to you. That Narbash isn't doing anything, right? But that Narbash is peeling for his Drongo, is staying in front of him for damage, and you're attacking the Narbash, which isn't doing you any justice because the Drongo's just killing you. Always focus the squishies. It's your job. So in this match, I would like you to attack Drongo and Argus. Your carry needs to be attacking the Crunch and the Richter. Your mage, which is Wraith, should be focusing their backline, which is the Narbash. And then your Greystone should be your frontline defense, should be peeling for your ADC. That is the order that the fight should be being taken. You, as the jungler, should be focusing their Drongo and their Argus. Once their Drongo's dead, they don't have the damage. So the order for you to attack the entire team, you as Serath alone, kill the Drongo, the Argus,
under attack.
the Richter, the Crunch, and then the Narbash. And I promise you, by the time you get to the Narbash is dead because somebody had already killed him.
Enemy has been slain. Unreal.
So you're focusing the tankier characters again. Kill the Drongo. He's right there. Kill the Drongo. There you go.
Enemy has fallen. Enemy has been slain.
Yeah, your priority on heroes to kill is lackluster. You're focusing the tankier characters. And I don't want to see that. I want to see you kill the squishies first and then focus the tankier characters. Had a little bit of a lag there.
Contact.
So what I'm getting at with Narbash, with him just dying eventually, is that in a team fight, theoretically, everyone knows who they should or shouldn't be killing. You should be going for that Drongo right now. Stop paying attention to the Narbash. Stop paying attention to the Narbash. All right, there's two tanks. That Drongo's the one doing the most damage to you. Yeah, I think I beat it to death here. Made it a point. Understand you as the jungler should stop focusing the tanks. At least with Serath. Serath, any other of the high damage characters, stop focusing the tanks first. Get rid of the ADCs. Period. I'll stop talking about it because I got a feeling you're just going to do it this entire game. I don't like it. It's a good Fangtooth kill by your team, realizing that we have lanes pushed up, and they just couldn't contest that Fangtooth. That was a good take.
Allied tower under attack.
Fury flows through me.
An allied tower is destroyed. Enemy has been slain. An enemy has fallen. Enemy has been slain.
You can take mini prime here, help them, because that mini prime is going to disappear. Yeah, they didn't do damage. So you as the viewer, if you didn't know, at 19 minutes 40 seconds, or mini prime disappears to get that 20-second buffer for Orb Prime to appear. If you do damage to mini prime before 19 minutes 40 seconds, you have an extra 10 seconds before it spawns, before it disappears. So it won't disappear until 19 minutes 50 seconds. I don't hate that fight there. I wish the Greystone peeled for the Drongo. You were trying to get there. You were having some issue, but the Greystone focused. He died because of the siege minion. The Greystone should have. All right, stop focusing the Narbash. Okay, I keep saying that I'm beating a dead horse here. I shouldn't. So you as Serath, you as Chimera, you as Kalari, you as like a Countess jungle, you as a Shinbi jungle should not be attacking tanks. Your role is to attack the squishies. But if you're playing characters like Steel jungle or Richter jungle or Crunch jungle, that nature, it's your job to be the tank and also a jungler to CC, things like that, and take the damage. So your job isn't to attack the squishies now when you're playing these heavier characters, but to tank the damage, so to become another another pseudo frontliner. But as Serath, your main priority are the squishy characters. I like to see it. I like to see it. This definitely is an Orb Prime angle. If your Wraith and Murdoch come in. So with Serath, with the Orb Prime, there's a couple things I want to talk about here. Orb Prime has an AoE move that does damage. He also has orbs that do a lot of damage. So there's two things I want to happen here. One, I want you to Q to invulnerability his orbs, and two, if you can, invulnerability his AoE move. That'll decrease the amount of damage that you have. So as soon as he like charges up to do his AoE move, hit your Q, go invul, and start attacking him that way. And when his AoE is done, you'll be coming out of the Q with no damage taken, which helps you out. Another thing I saw was that you just used it willy-nilly instead of trying to invuln an attack. Do that, right? The second thing is you ran through the lava. Orb Prime comes smashing down with his hands. I wish this Wraith would have helped with this team fight. If this Wraith pushed up, we could have got another kill and potentially a couple other kills. Take out the Argus. The Narbash isn't doing anything. But I'm not reviewing the Wraith. But yeah, the Orb Prime comes smashing down with his hands, and then lava appears. Like little gray lava or whatever. That does a lot of damage. Don't walk through it. Don't stand in it. It does a lot of damage. Just don't do it. Just move off to the side. This Greystone's fighting for his life. I need you to get in there. I need you to ult. Take out the Drongo. There you go. You see how much damage you did to that Drongo? There goes most of your damage. You should be able, theoretically, you should be able to take this 1v1 fight. There you go. With the help of Prime. I like to see it. I like to see it. Great job.
Under siege. Killing spree.
What? Ooh, you took the Wraith's thunk. That's funny. You jumped in front of the Wraith and you got thunked instead of the Wraith. That's pretty funny.
Allied inhibitor is under attack. An allied inhibitor is down.
Need to go help out that.
Allied tower under attack.
There you go. This isn't a Fang angle. I would not go for Fang anymore. The reason I say it's not a Fang angle, one, the Richter knows that you were on Fang, and it was a 1-for-1 trade. Now the entire team is coming straight for Fang. As soon as that Richter was on Fang, and then you had a Drongo right lane, it was bad news bears for you. Hashtag bad news bears. I hope that makes sense here. Why you shouldn't have taken Fang. And to be honest, I don't know why the enemy team didn't just take Fang. They 100% should have. I don't know why they didn't just now. So we see it on the map because of the replay system, but they're taking Orb Prime. That's just wild to me. I would have taken Fangtooth and then gone Orb Prime.
Allied tower under attack. An enemy has fallen.
I don't know why I just switched.
Allied tower under attack.
There's not much you can do here. There's a lot of CC. They're just going to take Orb Prime without your team. Yeah. Definitely ult and then try to take out their... Oh, you stole it. Good job. Yeah, that was a good steal. One thing I would note is, I mean, not really possible in that team fight. The Richter was just too healthy. But if you focus, you should be able to kill both of them here, especially with your ult active. There you go. This is fine. The Richter was too healthy, but if you see a low health jungler while they're attacking a objective like this, focus that jungler, kill them, and then you have priority with your hunt in order to steal the objective. Right now that fight is what we consider a 50-50, whether or not you steal it. So if you smite it at exactly 1,000 and the enemy player also smites it at 1,000, it's going to fall on ping, essentially, who got that smite first. And that's what we call a 50-50. But if you have advantage, then that means you have hunt advantage, meaning two things. One, in the early game, if you have smite hunt that has 1,000 damage versus the starter hunt item, which is 500, then you have what's called smite advantage or hunt advantage, meaning that if both junglers are in the pit trying to take the Fangtooth, you had the advantage because you can smite it at 1,000 and kill it, whereas the enemy jungler would have to wait until 500 to smite it and kill it. So you had the advantage there. And the same thing applies to when their jungler is dead and the enemy team is jumping into the pit to try to steal the objective while your jungler is there. They have smite, so they can smite it at 500 or 1,000, depending on which smite you have, in order to kill it. That's what we call advantage. But when both junglers are in the pit at the same time with the same hunt, it's a 50-50. But if you're able to kill the jungler that's in the pit because they're low health from attacking the objective, do so, because that turns the 50-50 into a hunt advantage. That's unfortunate. Can you dash to him, Link? No, you're gonna get thunked. That's unfortunate. Ooh, the Wraith came up and took the kill. Nice. Which resulted in a assist for you. That's nice.
An enemy has fallen.
Your Murdoch is hurting left lane with that Drongo. So one thing I do want to talk about a little bit is that team composition here. Murdoch and Drongo. Why? You guys don't have a support on your team. There's not an ADC meta.
Killing spree.
There's just not. If you have a tank on your team that's tanking the damage, what is your ADC gonna do, right? What is your support? That is a support Murdoch, right? I mean, they're both building ADC, but I'm pretty sure it's support Murdoch because of the minion count, the CS. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. For those of you that think going in ADC support is useful, it's not, guys. It's not. You do damage, like a lot of damage, but it's so easy to kill you guys. See how easy it is to kill that Drongo? Why would you not focus that Drongo first in team fights? Just get him off the board. I wish I could see your order stacks. Right now it says 0. It'd be really funny if it actually still was 0. I doubt it. I think that's just the replay system and how it is. That was third Fang for us. That was good. That was good. I like it. Ooh, see, you heard it that time.
An allied inhibitor is under attack.
I didn't like that. See how easy it is? Yeah, look at that. Go for the Drongo. There you go. Jump up, jump up, jump up. You just got chain CC'd there. Unfortunate.
An enemy has fallen. An allied inhibitor is under attack.
Just getting the chain CC. As soon as you got that pull on you, that was death. You were in the tower, you were in the inhib, and then just the chain CC was just over. Yeah, the Wraith overstayed is welcome. I'm not liking the Wraith's gameplay this game. But again, I'm not here to review the Wraith. I'm just waiting on you to come up.
I shan't be long. Allied tower under.
All right, so looking at the visibility of the map, if I was in your shoes, I would see Drongo taking mid, and I would see Argus on the right lane defending. And that's all I see. Where is the rest of the team? The only other option is they're on Orb Prime. But there's not much you can do. Why does the game switch like that? replay system automatically switches sometimes, and I don't know why it does that. I don't like it. There's not much you can do here with the enemy team taking Orb Prime, because the rest of your team isn't going for Orb Prime, and you can't just help by yourself. I should have stole that bug though. It's unfortunate. It's a 3v1 with the gray zone. He was way overextended. As soon as they took that Orb Prime, he should have left. Why does it switch? Stop switching. He definitely should have left. So a note that I made on an earlier video is, if you're on the side of an objective and that objective gets taken, why are you sticking around? Why are you rushing into the objective after it's taken? Why are you staying in the lane closest to the objective? Why are you overextended near that objective? You know the entire enemy team is on that objective trying to take it. So why are you there?
An allied inhibitor is under attack.
And again, that wasn't on you. That was obviously the gray zone that did it. It's just as a learning point, right? If they take the objective, just get out of there. Retreat, regroup, something. Don't try to. If you're by yourself, especially, is like, don't try to stay in lane for too long.
An allied inhibitor is under attack.
I don't like Tectonic Mallet here. Your build isn't building enough movement speed, in my opinion, to warrant Tectonic Mallet. I would have gone another crit item or another damage, like a straight damage item. Tectonic Mallet gives bonus power with movement speed. Yeah, I don't particularly like Tectonic Mallet here. I would trade this out for a different item. It's starting to look like a loss here. If the entire enemy team regroups and just shoves mid, it's a 4v2. Here's to see what happens. Guys, I don't know if this is a win or a loss. I didn't look at the ending. I didn't look at this game at all, so I'm not sure what happens here. I'm hoping there's a massive comeback. Overall, it's a good game. It's a good game. You're doing really well, 14, 7, and 13. There's just a few things that I wish I would have seen throughout the game. See, look at that. Look how much damage you do, right? This entire game, I wish it was like that. I wish you were getting rid of the squishies on the team. I just realized it switched again. I'm watching the Drongo. I don't know why it does that. So you know the enemy team is in mid. Question is, what is your team doing right now? All right, if you're gonna take Fang, you need to start taking Fang. Stop looking at it. Somebody start Fang. This is one thing that upsets me the most, even when I'm playing the game, is if we are around Fangtooth, somebody can start it. All right, kill the Drongo mid. You guys could have collapsed on the Drongo. Now the Drongo is going to try to shove mid while you guys are taking Fang. One of you could have peeled off, preferably you as the jungler, could have peeled off to take that Drongo.
Allied core under attack.
Through me.
Enemy has
That was good.
slain.
He ran into the tower, which is kind of funny. He probably thought it was a potato.
Enemy has fallen.
Yeah, that Murdoch is still hurting. And I guarantee you it's because 5 and 16 is not a good look. I really, really, really wish he didn't go support Murdoch. But yeah, just see, you should have queued that right there, that AoE, or when his orbs come out, right? Cue the orbs.
The Orb Prime.
Go in there, kill the Argus. Kill the Argus.
Killing spree.
Great job.
Unreal.
Don't know why I decided to switch to the Richter. So we're doing good here. You have Primal Fangtooth and you have Orb Prime, which is great. Objectives win games, right? There's just a point where if you have so many objectives, you have so many Fangtooths, there's just nothing the enemy team can do. You just do so much damage.
Under siege.
Attack that tower. Get that tower out of there.
An allied inhibitor is under attack.
That's great. I love to see it. That Drongo was not the brightest of the Drongos to step out of the tower like that with the Wraith right there with the snipe. And I presume you're gonna go in and finish this here. Ooh.
Allied inhibitor.
Good game, good game. I appreciate that a lot. Well done. All right, before we end the video, I'll do a quick recap real quick. Things that I would have liked to see throughout the entire game, and just a few things. You did phenomenal. I'm glad you did so well in 17, 7, and 19. You did great. A few things I would like to see. After your first ward, pick up sweepers, start sweeping out the jungle, get rid of their wards. 2, I would like you, and I can't stress this enough, I probably said it so many times during this game, stop attacking the tanks. Get rid of the damage dealers on the board. You get rid of the damage dealers, you're golden, right? Your damage dealers can then get rid of the tanks. If you delete the squishies, you win the team fights. Just do it. Get in their backline, harass their backline, force their tanks to come attack you or lose their carry. It's as simple as that. Stop staring at objectives. If you're around an objective, if you know the enemy team is scattered and you're looking at objectives, stop staring at the objectives, just start taking it. If you need to peel off the objective to attack an enemy team coming up, do so. But attack the objective. If by chance they don't pay attention and they're not coming for you while you're taking the objective, you steal the objective quick and then you can move on with your match, right? But if you sit there and you're staring at your objective, you're just eating up that time that the enemy team has to come attack you. one of the big things that I saw is I need you to pay a little bit more attention to sound. There were a couple points in there, like especially with the Richter taking your jungle, that you walked right by it. You definitely should have heard him taking your jungle camp there, and that would have been an easy collapse from the Greystone and you on that Richter, and to secure your own white camp and to kill the Richter, especially early on there. You didn't hear it for whatever reason. Maybe you don't have your audio turned up. Maybe you're listening to music, whatever the case is. But definitely get into the habit of audio listening, right? It definitely will save you, and to learn the different audio cues. But ending on a good note, I do appreciate everything. You didn't stay in lane for too long on any of the ganks. There was one time where you passed through mid lane. I wish you would have passed behind, because the more you're off the map, off vision, the more the enemy team is wondering where you are at and a little bit scared to do what they want. But as soon as they see you in another lane, they know the opposite side of the map is safe. So other than that, I mean, you did great. You farmed a lot. You had 278. I'd like to see that at 43 minutes, a perfect score. You'd be at 400 CS. So you would have 10 CS kills a minute is the perfect, or near perfect. You probably could get more than 10 CS a minute, but at 43 minutes, you should have 430 minion kills. But 278 is phenomenal. And you had, yeah, you had the third highest. So, which to be expected, you know. Overall, great game. Enjoyed it. You did awesome. Take everything, all this feedback to heart. Don't hate it. Just understand the process of where I'm coming from with some of this stuff, and learn, get better. And that goes for me, that goes for you as the player, and that goes you as the viewer. Guys, if you enjoyed this video and if you want one of your matches reviewed, join my Discord. The link is in the description below. And there's a channel on my Discord for match reviews. Post your match ID there, post who you are in the match, and post your MMR. That way I know what kind of match I'm watching and what to look out for. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you liked it, and see you guys on the next one. Later.